Good morning, YouTube. All right, yes, how you doing? I know I look a whole dried up mess this morning, but that's okay. I just had something to say. You feel me? I've made videos like this before, but I don't think I've ever posted any of them. I usually tend to delete them because I'm not trying to stir the pot, not trying to cause any drama. I try to that's just me. I just don't. I hold things in a lot, and it's not healthy and good for anybody. You have to release those things, and not only release, but make sure people are listening because sometimes you need to be heard. Period, and that's the best way to get things off. So, anywho, back to the subject at hand. I moved this way a little over a year ago to help with my father who fell in the shower and my grandmother. Um, At the time, I had just recently signed a little lease. I had me a little trailer out in the cut. Ain't no neighbor, so if I want to go walk around in my panties and drawers to get the mail and whatnot, I could. But anywho, and I was working at the Family Dollar. I got in a car accident before I came this way. I got in a car accident probably a few weeks before I came this way. The car was totaled. I was driving my daughter's father's car, and we were T-boned. Very painful, but we were fine. So I was very thankful. I didn't care about any of that. Now my daughter's father was like, "Oh my goodness, the car, the insurance, yada yada yada," and I was just like, "We're alive." You know what I'm saying? Like we're alive. Like that really brought a new lease on my life. Like I was able to appreciate life better. Sad to say, that's also when I realized it was not going to work with he and I. Like we were not going to work out. Like I felt like God had told me that. Like no, he's not for you. You got to go. So I did. Um, but yeah, so I came this way. Um, just had a new lease. Just got in a car accident. Job was closing because again I was working at the Family Dollar, and my store was one of the many stores that got closed down, and we really literally did not find out until the rest of America did. So, fresh out the car accident, my supervisor was calling me to come in. I'm in training for assistant manager, so of course, regardless of how hurt I feel, I want to make sure I become assistant manager. I'm gonna get my butt up and go in, right? So, so I do that just to get there to find out that, oh, the store's closed, and I'm sitting there in pain, like, huh? You couldn't have told me this on the phone. So I'm gonna be without a job, and I'm up here about to be crippled, and you, girl. Anywho, so I came this way to help out because first off, I feel like that's what we're supposed to do. I feel like every generation is supposed to help take care of the generation before it, the previous generations that took care of you. Correct? Well, that's me. So I came. What I should have done was ask to see if I could be transferred to a Family Dollar in Daytona so that I still had my job and I could just be, you know what I mean, helping out. But I didn't think I was going to be here long either. I thought I'd be here for a couple of weeks and then go back. And that was going to be it. Because again, a fresh lease, brand new lease. So it's not like I was looking for a place to stay. Anywho, that brings me back to the subject at hand. Um, so I remember last year, me and my father had got into it probably around August or so. So I went back to Tallahassee. I went back to Tallahassee, um, to that area or whatever, and I stayed with my one of my homegirls for a little minute, was looking for a job and everything. Then my father ended up being sent to the hospice. So we knew somebody was gonna have to come here and be with my grandmother full time. So I was like, all right, I'm coming back. My father died December 18th. I came back this way, and I've been back this way ever since. Sister need a break. Okay. I did this out of love. I wasn't looking for any type of handout or anything like that. But with that being said, I feel like I have to remind people I am a mother of two. My son is living with his father right now, even though it is my turn. We've always took turns. People seem to think that I'm some type of deadbeat mama or something. Like that's not what it was. We've always took turns. At one point in my son's father will say that I like to bring up the past, but I'm just pointing out the facts. Like at one point he did not want to be a father because I didn't want to be with him. He went through this whole phase, and I feel like a lot of men go through that. So I'm not judging him, or it's nothing. I feel like a lot of men go through that. If the woman that, like they say, you got bitter baby mamas, but you have bitter baby fathers out there too. I didn't want to be with him, so he didn't want to be a father at that time. Um, but after I kind of forced it on him, even though they be like, "Oh, you shouldn't do that," if somebody don't, if somebody angry with you or don't like you, you shouldn't have them around your child. But I felt like this: you're my child's father. You helped me create this child. At one point, to be honest, he wanted the child more than I did when I was pregnant. Like because he didn't think he was gonna live long, so he always wanted to be a father. Anywho, so but after he got over that stage, it would be like he would have him for 6 months, I would have him for 6 months. He would have him for a year, then I would have him for a year. As he got older and started going to school, that's how we started doing it. So it's my turn, it's my turn with my son. I'm ready to take my turn. Like I'm ready to take my turn. So with that being said, me being here, I am not getting paid for this. And before anybody comment, yes, I do know there are programs out there where you could be getting paid to do this. You know what I mean? Um, my cousin is um, she has power of attorney over my grandmother. And she's awesome. Don't get me wrong. She does a great job. She makes sure she gets her doctor's appointments. She goes grocery shopping. She makes sure the bills are paid. All of that great stuff. But when it comes to the day to day, that's on me. That's on me. I gotta get up, get a clean, white butt all day long, and feed her, clean the house up, all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then I also have my toddler. My son is a teenager. My daughter is a toddler. So yeah, basically it's like living with two toddlers because my grandmother has dementia. She can't do everything for herself, and even the things she can do, sometimes she forgets she knows how to do it, which is like feeding herself, wiping herself, things of that nature. She will legit flush a whole roll of toilet tissue down the toilet if you're not paying attention. And my cousin tends to get upset sometimes about these type of things because, oh, that's money. You know what I'm saying? Oh, don't bother those blinds. That's money. My grandma been looking out the window my whole life. I know, probably her whole life. Like people think I'm nosy. This is hereditary. I didn't. This is learned. This I didn't just develop this. Nosy is blood. That's deep in our blood over this way. Like she stay out the window, always have. So telling her not to look out the window is not something that she's gonna register or remember. You feel me? Because that's something she always did. So certain little things I don't pay attention to, I let it go. Oh, you don't want her in that bed, you want her in this bed because she gonna mess with the blinds over there. You don't want her to break the blinds. She has dementia. She's not gonna remember that. And honestly, with me having a toddler, I can't sit here and be on her butt 24/7 to make sure she's not doing something that you don't want her to do. She grown. She grown for one. She quick for two. And I have to take a break from time to time. Like I have to go use the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? I use the bathroom. She could already run out the door. I have to go catch her. The mailman had to bring her back the other week. I was in the bathroom trying to wash my butt, y'all. That's all I was doing. She was in the room taking a nap there. I was like, okay, she laying down. Let me go wash my behind. Get up. She don't. The mailman had to bring her back home. Period. So I don't get paid for this. Is my point. That's my point. I don't get paid for this. I do it out of love, and I'm not sitting out here looking for no charity, no handouts, or nothing. What I'm trying to do is set up a way where I can make money for myself and my kids and still be able to help my family. So tell me if I'm wrong, okay? I've always done hair. Been doing hair since middle school. I understand this COVID thing is going on. I get that. All I can do is tell somebody to put a mask on before they come up in here. And if they don't put a mask on, we'll sit outside and I'll do your hair outside because I'm going to make my money one way or the other. I have to make money. I don't get paid for this. And if I ask y'all for $5 to $10, talk to my cousin. She know who she is. It's like, oh, maybe tomorrow. Let me see what I can do next week. People tend to think that I'm here because I need room and board. I had just signed my lease. I just signed a new lease. I didn't need nowhere to stay. I didn't need nowhere to stay. Some know people like, oh, just be thankful you got somewhere to live. I didn't need nowhere to live. What I needed was money to help take care of my kids. So for you to tell me you don't want nobody to come by here, you don't want me to do nobody hair, I can't go nowhere because I'm in here with her 24/7. Someone has to watch her. What am I supposed to do? So I'm like, cool. I'll just try to push my online business. My cell phone is cutting up. I'm finna show y'all. The bill is paid, y'all. I'm like, y'all ain't gonna be able to see all that. Anyway, the bill paid, but you can't tell. I cannot use my data at all. So I'm like, you know what? Me and my brothers was talking. It was like, you being should have got some Wi-Fi over there anyway. So I talked to her about it. I tell her I need to get some Wi-Fi. so that I could try to make some money, so I could try to do some classes and further my education, something. You know what I mean? Okay, well, I'll just call the people Monday. I tell her you don't have to. I'll do it. I'll do it myself because I know that the phone number is connected to the account. So as soon as I call from the house phone, of course they're gonna have all the account information already pulled up. They had a special going on for $17. Now anybody with any kind of knowledge or sense knows there's going to be taxes added, correct? Okay, depending on what state you live in, taxes may vary. So if it's $17 originally, let's just say you're gonna pay between $20 to $23 in taxes. I mean, all in all, you know what I mean, after taxes. So the other day she was like, um, did you already get the internet? Because I got a bill and my bill more expensive than what it was. Mind you, not a couple days before then, I was asking her when the bill was gonna come in so that I could have her money to pay the bill. Because I'm gonna pay the bill. Even though I'm not getting paid to be here, I'm gonna make sure the bill get paid, whether it's by one of my brothers, my mama, whoever I gotta ask to hold some change, or whoever how I gotta do, because I'm still gonna do it. That's how the bill gonna get paid. Apparently, she forgot all about that conversation. The bill came in. The bill due like around the third. Uh, 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 so how the internet? When who named the internet in? As if I'm trying to keep secrets or be sneaky. I say it's in the same name as the cable bill is in. Everything is in the same under one account. Remember, I told you I was gonna go ahead and do that. She was like, I told you I was gonna call Monday. Mind y'all, this was 2 weeks ago, y'all. 2 weeks ago. She said she was gonna call that Monday 2 weeks ago. So apparently she had no, she wasn't gonna do that. She was not. She wasn't finna do that. Else it would have been done and I wouldn't be getting questioned about it, correct? So I'm glad I did take it upon myself. I obligated myself to get the Wi-Fi that I needed in order to continue to better myself for myself and my children. Now she's trying to make an issue about it because for one, she's a hoarder. And she don't like me touching stuff and moving stuff around. I ain't throw nothing away. I'm just trying to reorganize so that my son can have somewhere to sleep when he comes this way, or else we all just gonna have to go somewhere else, basically, because it's my turn and that's my son, and I need to make money, and it's like all kind of things. You feel me? Like I'm not doing this to badmouth her or anybody else. It's just like I think people really don't seem to understand. I have two kids. Now my father, I've said it before, my father was my father. But my father had habits, like bad, really deep habits. And I think they tend to think that because I'm my father's child, I am my father. I am not my father. I have kids that I have to take care of and I want to take care of. Like I can't just let somebody else handle that and not worry about it. My son, again, he's with his father right now, but his father is sickly. You never know if he gonna be in and out the hospital from one day to the next, to be honest with you. So I would rather him be with me so he don't have to be worried about that part. Like he gonna worry anyway, because he's my son. That's what we do. We worry. But he don't have to be playing doctor and nurse to his dad, is what I'm saying. I'm already doing that over here. My son shouldn't have to do it over there at his age. He should be focused on school. Period. That's just that's you see what I'm saying? But my point is I have to be able to make my own money. I didn't come on here to beg nobody for no cash, no change. I'm not out here like, please, please, please. I'm not out here doing wrong or anything like that. I'm trying to better myself. So if it's a problem for me to ask you for $5 and it's a problem for me to do hair here and I can't go nowhere to do hair, and if it's a problem for me to get Wi-Fi in order, it's like at a certain point a person start feeling like, are you praying for my downfall? Like what's going on here? Like, do you not want me to better myself? You want me to be stuck and stagnant? Because I'm not getting nothing out of this situation. It's not like at the end of the day, if something do happen to my grandma, it's not like I'm finna inherit this house. I'm not. Let's be honest. Now, if I was, that would be different. And it's like, okay, well, at least I know what my payment gonna be at the end of it all. But right now, I don't have a payment. There is no payment. There's no payment. I'm not getting nothing out of this other than the joy and happiness of being with my grandmother. That's it. And that's great. Don't get me wrong. That is great. But I got two kids. And that's not enough for them. And at this time of year, it becomes more and more apparent. My daughter's birthday is in a couple weeks. My son's birthday is in December. My birthday in December. Christmas, all of that. I have to be able to make money, not just so I can sit here and buy them little material things and spoil them, but because I have to be able to save money in order for when this all is said and done, I'm gonna have to have somewhere to live. Because let's be real, you're not gonna let me live here rent free. You're not. Okay. You're not gonna let me live here rent free. You're not gonna let me and my kids live here rent free, and you're not gonna pay the lights or none of that shit either. So I have to be able to make money. I have to be able to survive. So if you're not gonna give me nothing, which I'm not expecting you to give me out your pocket because I know you're a hardworking individual yourself and you have your own set of bills and problems and woes and worries to worry about, at least, at least, at least make sure I'm able to. I have an avenue to make money for myself. You see what I'm saying? I need a break sometimes, which is why I'm making this video now because I need a serious. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I need a break sometimes. My mom's birthday is coming up. I tell y'all, okay, my mama's birthday coming up. Y'all gonna have to get grandma for between the 6th and the 9th or Friday through Monday, however it might work. I understand you got a job, but what would you do if I was not here? And that's something I don't think they really think about on a day-to-day basis. They seem to think that she's my full responsibility. She's my grandmother and I love her, but I don't have power of attorney. I don't get paid to be here and I did not birth her. You feel me? I did not birth her. I did not birth her. I birthed 2 kids, and none of them is in their 80s. Not now, one of them in their 80s. You feel where I'm coming from? Huh, America? Do you understand? Okay. And then I got people that's trying to come up to me and tell me they woes and problems and ask for my assistance. I can't help you. I can't even help myself. How am I help you? How am I help you? I would love to help everybody. I would love to reach out to this one and that one and the third, but I don't have it. Don't ask. It's pissing me off. Don't ask. You feel me? like just don't even ask. Like people seem to think my life is a fairy tale or I got it so easy or things are always given to me. Nothing has been given to Sharon Rosa. Nothing. Nothing has ever been given to me, dear. It sounds good, don't it? I had to fight for everything. Even when I was sleeping on somebody's couch or somebody even gave me a whole room to sleep in, I still had to fight for that because 80% of the time, shit, 90% of the time, I was not wanted there. It didn't matter if I was working, going to school, hustling, doing whatever little side odd. Trust me, I wasn't wanted there. They didn't give me that. I still had to clean up and reorganize something in order to even be up in there. Trust and believe. Everything comes with everything. Nothing in this world is completely free. No one has ever completely given me a free ride ever. Because even if I did get to lay on your couch, I had to hear about it. I had to hear about it, and not just from you. I had to hear about it from somebody else. I had to hear about it from somebody I ain't had a conversation with. You see what I'm saying? So don't mistake it. Don't mistake it. Now you can think I'm lazy all you want to. That's the ADHD in me. You can think I'm mean if you want to. That's the bipolar in me. All this stuff I'm not saying because I think it's cute. Like a lot of these little girls, y'all can look up my medical record. It's real. It's on my history. Like since middle school. Like what is it? What's up? You feel me? And then when I do snap, then everybody looking at me like, oh, she finna go through another episode. No, I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of being broke. The more I try to do for myself, the more somebody else try to hold me down and hinder me and want to spread rumors behind my back about what they think is going on in my life. I've never done any hard drugs. Marijuana is my friend. So is liquor. Okay? I've never sold sushi, even though I probably should have because these broke niggas I was messing with wasn't worth it. You feel me? I've never done pretty much none of the stuff people just imagine in their head that I've done. That's not me. I'm gonna tell you who I am. I don't mind. I'm very honest and blunt. That's one thing my mama used to always say about me, even when I was in school. Like that girl will tell on herself, and I will. Still to this day, I tell on myself. I don't care. Ask me. You will get the truth. What I'm finna lie for? You know how much energy it takes to lie? Energy that I don't feel like wasting. Anywho, but this thing about 20 minutes long. Let me go on and get up off of here. I just wanted to say that real quick. Like, I'm not getting paid for this. I'm doing this out of love. But I need an avenue to make my own money. And if you're going to stand in my way of me doing that, then somebody else going to have to take over here. And that's just what it is. I don't know who. I don't know when, where, how, why. None of that. But it's just going to have to happen. Cousins, whomever want to do it, it's fine. If y'all feel like y'all could do a better job than me, feel free. Because at this point, I'm starting to feel like somebody, and I've literally heard her say it really, that I'm just sitting around here letting grandma just go to waste or something. And I'm not, I have to feed her, clean her. I can't watch her 24/7. Something might get flushed down that drain from time to time. She might been peed in the toilet and then peed on the floor and then filled up her dang diaper. She does that. Sometimes she will pee all day, all day. So don't think something's just sitting on her. That's not gonna happen. Come in the house. Oh, she been in the room all day anyway. I wish. You know how hard it is to get her to stay in one place for long. Even with food in front of her, she gonna get up and wonder. It ain't no just sitting still. This ain't no glorified babysitting job over here. I just want to make sure that's perfectly clear. Perfectly clear. And y'all can share this with whoever you want to. Anybody can see it. I don't care. I'm not worried about no repercussions because, again, I'm not getting paid to be here. Child, if you don't want me here, it's a shelter that'll take my mother ass until I save up some money to get somewhere to stay. Because that's pretty much where I feel like I'm in anyway, is a shelter. Or a nut house, really, with all the mess going on around here. Hell, she thinks she in the house. Grandma thinks she in the house right now. She keep telling me to take her back home. Call her, call her people so she can go home. Ask them why they don't come visit her. Stuff like that. That's what I hear most of the time. But anyway, again, y'all have a great day. I'm not gonna dwell on this. I just wanted to say that because I think people got it twisted. I really think people think I'm around here getting some loot. One of my homegirls made a joke about that. Like, I know why you there, girl. Get that money. That's not why I'm here. I wish I was getting some money, friend. I wish I was. But I ain't. Be blessed.